and check it out yourself and give him a follow. Now if we look at the origin 4 moves, we have Dragon Tail and Shadow Claw. And then for the charge moves, we have Dragon Pulse, Ominous Wind, and Shadow Ball. Are you seeing this, guys? This is going to be quite amazing. It's going to give Gengar a run for his money. Now we all know that it's going to be somewhat defensive, and that's just going to mean it's going to be able to outperform Gengar when it comes down to survivability. So this is going to be quite amazing, and I'm very excited for this. So let's go ahead and do a little comparison with other Ghost type Pokemon to see who's going to be lasting the longest, as well as putting off the most damage. Alright, so we're over here on GoHub. Let's go ahead and take a look at the best Ghost type Pokemon. So starting off at the top with DPS, it's going to be Gengar with Lick and Shadow Ball sitting at 18.64. Then we have Gengar with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, 18.52. Gengar with Hex and Shadow Ball. So as you can see, Hex is not going to be so bad, right? You don't have one of those legacies. That's going to be at 17.94. Then we have the Origin form, coming in hot. Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, 17.3. So it's okay, just hold on and wait for the TDO. You're going to see how amazing it's going to be. Then we have Mewtwo, which we all know is not going to be Ghost type, but it's definitely notable with that amazing Shadow Ball on it and that amazing attack. Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball Mewtwo, 16.52, so that's not bad whatsoever. Then we have Bayonet with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, 15.76. This mage just with Hex and Shadow Ball, 14.97. Frostlass, Hex and Shadow Ball, 12.34, and then Giratina Altered Form, Shadow Claw, and Shadow Sneak sitting at 11.2. Now, here we go. TDO, let's see what we have going on here. So we have Giratina Origin Form sitting at the top. And let me go back to DPS really fast, just so you can see something. So we have all the Gengars up here, right? And then you see total. So the number 1 Gengar is sitting at 3,325. And the second one, 2,240. And then 2,853. And then look at this. Giratina Origin Form sitting at 5,038. Alright, let's go back to TDO. So we have these. So TDO, if you do not know, is pretty much full damage output. Basically the longevity of that battle and then just continuously pumping out damage. So we have the Giratina Origin Form sitting at the top, then the Altered Form, and this is going to be the first same moves that we were just currently looking at. Then we have Mewtwo, and then the Gengars are going to be on the lower end because we all know the glass cannons. And as far as Ghost type Pokemon go, they're all kind of glass cannons, right? So Frostlass, Bayonet, Mismagius. I wouldn't say they're too glass cannon. Those ones, they're just not going to be performing that great. But that's okay. So as you can see at the top, Giratina Origin Form is going to be a lot better than Gengar as far as longevity in that battle. So this is going to be something you definitely want to pursue as soon as it comes out. Now as far as a shiny form, I don't really know if we're going to get that. It would be nice, but more than likely, probably not. But that's okay. I'm really not too concerned about that now, although it would be fantastic because the shiny variant does look quite amazing. So there you go as far as the total damage output and TDO looking quite nice, and the Giratina Origin Form is going to be the winner here. So yeah, definitely gonna want to be out here racing with these guys. Alright, now as far as counters go, let's go ahead and take a look at those really quick. So we do have my top Mewtwo with Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball. That is going to be what you want to use to go up against it. If you do have Confusion, that works as well, but remember Psycho Cut is going to be granting you more energy for your charge moves, so you will be able to get them off faster. We went over in the past how Confusion is going to be better in certain circumstances. In this case, Confusion can work and it will be fantastic, but just take note that Psycho Cut will be able to get your Shadow Ball off, doing super effective damage onto that Ghost type Origin Form Giratina. And then moving down here, we do have Rayquaza, which would be a great counter as well, seeing that it's not going to have ancient power, but it will have dragon moves like Dragon Pulse, so you do need to look out for that, which will do quite a bit of damage to Rayquaza over here because it is a glass cannon in a sense, and the Origin Form attack is actually something you shouldn't really be poking at because it will be putting off quite a bit of damage. So this will be a good option if it does not have Dragon Pulse, okay? And then going into Tyranitar, let's take a look at that. This is going to be one of your safe options here. It's not going to be your best damage output, but it's not going to be taking super effective damage from anything that Giratina is going to be putting off with this new moveset. So Bite and Crunch is what you're going to want to use. Good old Tyranitar, always coming in with that Bite and Crunch, right? And then we have Dragonite, which is another great option, so long as it doesn't have Dragon Pulse, because that will be chipping away at your health and just about one-shotting you. And if you do try to dodge, those shadow hits might sneak up on you, okay? So it doesn't have Shadow Sneak, but it does still have a sneak. All right, so if we move down here past the Tyranitar's and Dragonites and Rayquaza, and we go into Mamoswine, this is also going to be a good option to go up against it as well. It's not going to have anything super effective against you, and in my last video I said Ancient Power is going to be doing super effective damage to Mamoswine, which is not the case because it is going to be part ground type, but it still is going to be neutral damage and doing quite a bit. But we don't have to worry about Ancient Power because it does not have it, at least on the origin form, right? So Powdered Snow and Avalanche is what you're going to want to rock on your Mamoswine going up against it. Should be a great option. Now, if you do want to use your Giratina like this, I suppose you could. I mean, sure. Anything pretty much on it. It's going to be doing super effective damage except for Ancient Power. But there's going to be a lot better options, although you will be able to survive quite a long time with that. Maybe put it at the end as some sort of anchor or something like that. Then we have Weavile with Feint Attack and Foul Play. Although you probably want to go with Feint Attack and then Avalanche. Even Ice Shards work because both of those are going to be super effective, Dark and Ice type moves. And then you have the Alolan Exeggutor, but you don't want Solar Beam. Dragon Tail and Dragon Pulse is where you're going to be at. You will be taking super effective damage from the Dragon moves, so take note of that as well. And then let's go ahead and back out here. You have Articuno. You can definitely go in there with that. Dialga with Dragon Breath and Draco Meteor should be a good counter, because it will not be taking super effective damage from anything. It's not weak to Dragon because it is going to be part Steel, so it's going to be neutral damage. And I'm contemplating whether or not I want to power one up right now. I should probably do that, seeing that I do have this nice weather boosted Lucky, so I should probably invest in that sometime soon, although I don't really need it because I have plenty of other counters. And then of course we have the amazing Gengar army. Now, are your Gengars going to become lesser than they were before because of this Altered Form's amazing moveset? In a way, yes, but still Gengar is going to be holding the top DPS. Simple as that. It will be fainting out a whole lot faster, but at the end of the day, this amazing Pokemon is still going to be at the top, or at least DPS, right? So we have Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, and then Lick and Shadow Ball, and that's simple as that. If you do have Hex, as we've seen, that is also going to work just fine, so you should be okay there. And then we have Latios. You need to look out for the Dragon Pulse, right? Other than that, Dragon Tail as well in the origin form, we all know. So Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw is what you're going to want to use going up against the Giratina. And then moving down here, it's just going to drop quite significantly. You have Houndoom with Snarl and Foul Play, which should work absolutely fine. And then Honchkrow here with Snarl and Dark Pulse as well. And yeah, I mean, it's just going to go down pretty hard here. We'll take a look at a few more. Salamence with Dragon Tail, not Fire Fang, in case it's not going to be very effective going up against another dragon. And then Draco Meteor. So that one charge bar is killing me over here. And then you could just pick your ice types as as it goes down and whatever you want to use. And then Absol, of course, with Snarl and Dark Pulse is also a great option. Glass Cannon, but also putting off a great amount of damage. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you can go in there with Jinx. This is going to be a nice option too. If it does have Dragon Pulse, using Fairy type Pokemon, you will be resisting those moves quite a bit, so you will be able to survive in that battle quite a significant amount of time, therefore cutting down on your resources that you have to use to revive and or potion Pokemon if you're low on those. Powdered Snow, Dazzling Gleam, Blizzard, or Ice Beam, any of those will work, okay? Do you want to go with Ice Beam or Blizzard? Well, you don't really need to worry about it too much. I'd say just Blizzard, right? Ice Beam works as well, but then at the end of the day, Dazzling Gleam is where you're going to want to be at, okay? So that's going to be pretty nice, because Giratina is not going to be both a flying and dragon type, just a dragon type, so it's not taking double weakness damage from the ice moves, so you should just go with your Dazzling Gleam. So this is going to be a great option. I don't know why I don't have fairies pulled up here. Let's go ahead and just back out and move up to my fairies. And then we have Gardevoir with Confusion and Dazzling Gleam. You don't want to really go with Charge Beam, but it's not going to be taking super effective damage because dragons do take reduced damage from electric type moves. So Confusion, Dazzling Gleam, and Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is also going to be doing super effective damage. So if you do not have the Stardust to purchase a secondary move, Shadow Ball should be fine if you do not have the Dazzling Gleam. So that's the set there. Although if you do have either of these, Dazzling Gleam is what you're going to want to use because you're going to be getting stab off of that. And then if we move up here, we do have Togekiss, which is going to be one of your best counters, honestly. Now, if you do have something that's going to be super effective with your hidden power, say Dragon, Ghost, or Ice, Dark even, you're going to be looking fantastic. You cannot have a very hidden power, so just take note of that. And then for the charge move, Dazzling Gleam, simple as that. Don't use Aerial Ace. You'll be taking reduced damage from those dragon moves, and that should be looking pretty nice. Now over Gardevoir compared to Togekiss, which one do you want to use? Which one's going to be better? Personally, they're both great, but like I said before, Togekiss is just going to be a little bit more tanky, and it also dishes out amazing damage, therefore lasting longer in battle and then getting off more damage. So Togekiss is definitely what I would pick for sure. Alright, now taking a look at Mew, finishing off the video here. I'm just going to include this because every time I do these kind of counter videos, people are always like, well, what about Mew? Yes, Mew is a fantastic Pokemon. It has a whole lot of moves which can find great usability in many different situations. Now, personally, on mine I have Dazzling Gleam. It can also learn Shadow Claw, as well as a plethora of other super effective type moves going up against Giratina. Shadow Claw being one of the good ones for the quick moves. Poison Jab, it's not going to be what I want. And I just might TM it so I can get that Shadow Claw. Dazzling Gleam is going to be perfect. If you do have Psyshock, that's not going to be super effective damage because it's not going to be hard poison type, so don't get it confused like with Gengar. That's the reason why Gengar is being two psychic moves. Otherwise, let me just tell you this, don't sit there and waste a whole bunch of TMs unless you have one of those people with like 75 charge TMs and a whole lot of big TMs as well. Then you go ahead and play around with it if you want to. But even if you do get the best moveset to go up against Giratina, with Mew, it's not going to be your best option still. Although it's still going to be a fun Pokemon to go into the battle. And wow, 91 kilometers walked with it. That's pretty crazy. So there you have it, trainers. Hope you enjoyed this video. Giratina Origin Form coming in with an amazing moveset, and that is going to be very soon. Let's go ahead and back out really quick and click into the news. If you did not know when this was going to be arriving or did not see the announcement in here, so this is going to be coming in on March 28th, okay, lasting until April 29th. So this should be a fantastic time, guys. I'm very excited for this one. It looks amazing, not to mention that great moveset. Okay, trainers, so with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Everybody get hyped for